beautiful souls. Hello on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and on Zoom. Welcome to Magical Monday. It is such you know what? The energy continues to be so intense, but in today's presentation, I'd just like to share some insights that have been coming through for me in the last week of this intense energy, because last week we had the full moon, and this was a super moon. Did you actually see it in the sky? It was so bright. I remember getting up during the night and it was like, whoa, it looked like the sun was shining at night, with the shadows, and yeah, it was so bright. And what this super moon, the full moon, brought up for us is bringing up all those parts of ourselves, those dark parts of ourselves, that need healing and clearing. So that's what we're going to talk about today, because the truth continues to come to the surface, and everything that is happening in the external world is also happening within us. So this is how mass consciousness works in the world. And because we are all in this together, we are all on this path together, on this journey together to learn and grow, and on this spiritual path for our soul's growth and evolution. So every time we heal a part of ourselves, then we can help one of our brothers and sisters around us. And I know this really works for me, because I've been doing this work for decades now, and I know through my healing journey, everything that I have healed within myself, then I attract that client who's got a similar pattern, and it's like, oh well, this is how I overcame that, and this is the healing steps that I used. And that is why I created my Benn method of balance, energy, nurture, and nourish, because those 4 steps are critical. They're tools for everyday life. They're tools to help us all navigate through life's challenges. They're tools to help us to connect with our higher consciousness, connect with our higher self, to drop into our heart, to listen to our heart and our soul, and listen and trust our inner guidance. And when we do that, that's what will help us navigate through these murky waters, these high seas, these energies, these intense energy that we're all feeling around the world. And so let's dive in, because this is a time of deep truth and transformation, because everything's coming to the surface. And just to preface that, is we all chose to be here at this time. We chose our families. We chose our parents. We chose our siblings. We chose everything as a soul in order for us to learn and grow. So, depending on your childhood, depending on all the experiences, childhood trauma, all the family wounds, it's like that's what you put your hand up in order to learn. And so that, for me, I'm a highly sensitive person, but I chose a family to go through all these experiences of abandonment, rejection, feeling unloved, unwanted, ostracized, narcissistic behavior, a lot of abuse. So, but it's interesting, because one of the biggest healings for me is been able to forgive the people that have hurt me and betrayed me and rejected me for doing my spiritual work. And it's interesting, just yesterday we had a family gathering for my mum's 80th birthday, and all my siblings were together. And so it was a special occasion, and it was, yeah, a nice time that we all had together. But that's taken many years of healing for me to even feel safe in that environment. So if you grew up in a family where you didn't feel safe in your environment, this is where parts of yourself shut down. This is where the beliefs come in. You know, I'm not good enough. This could have come from a parent or both parents that spoke negatively or maybe belittled you or said negative remarks, which then created a belief in your mind to say, oh my God, I'm not good enough, or I'm unlovable, or I'm not worthy of being loved, or whatever the pattern is, okay? But that's why we are here on this human journey, in order to heal those old wounds and those old patterns. And I've been talking about this for years, you know, releasing the old patterns and programs and childhood trauma. And if this doesn't apply to you, if you had a beautiful, peaceful, loving childhood, well, yeah, don't worry about what I'm saying. It'll only resonate with those that this message resonates with. Um, and if you are a highly sensitive being, then you are very empathic, you're very creative, and you feel everything. And so if those parts of you were shut down as a child, because that's where our energy can be split. And this is the work that I do with my one-to-one VIP clients, is realigning you to come back into your heart, back to your soul, and bring all those parts together, and so that you are whole and complete, and also the truth sets you free. So when you are being true to yourself, forgiving your parents for whatever happened in the past, this is what will set you free. Because when different significant emotional events happen in the past, what happens, it's like that trauma is frozen within you. And so now it's like everything's coming to the surface in order to be healed. And this is your opportunity to do some deep reflective work. And I recommend to do this for the rest of this year, because the energy is going to be intense for the rest of this year and even into next year. We are constantly, things are coming up, and it's like peeling off the layers. Oh, there's another layer, especially when the Capricorn and Pluto. We've got about another month. So this is all about looking at those aspects of ourselves, those last parts that we might have thought, oh yeah, I've dealt with that, but you've been triggered lately. And this can be in regards to boundaries. And even last week I was tested with this lesson, is about boundaries and saying no. And it's like, why didn't I say no? And it's like, beautiful lesson. So now reflecting on what else is there to clean up, so I can go, no, that doesn't work for me. I'm just going to open up the comments in Facebook. And so just think about your childhood, your environment, and feeling into, did you feel safe in your family, in your environment growing up, or is there parts of you that you did shut down, and having love and compassion for yourself for those parts, and healing those parts. So that's what we've been working on with the full moon last week, and it continues into this week, because, well, actually, it will continue, okay? This healing journey as a human will continue to evolve as we release and let go, and heal those parts of ourselves, and also forgive ourselves and forgive our parents, and and parent yourself. This is why, again, I created the Benn method, which has got the nurture and nourish, because that's something I never received as a child. So this is where, if you didn't get that as a child, you need to nurture and nourish yourself, and parent that little boy or that little girl inside that is still running those old patterns and programs or stories, and wondering why didn't I feel loved, or why was I rejected, why was I belittled, why was I judged, what. And so if you're asking those questions, this is a beautiful time to pull back your energy and be still, because it's a crazy, very fast and furious world out there. And like I said last week, the energy right now, it's like there's a huge bulldozer excavating everything, bringing everything to the surface. Very dusty, very noisy, very volatile, just lots of destruction, right? As the darkness comes to the surface. But just trust, you are the phoenix rising out of the ashes. So trust yourself and keep coming back to your heart and soul. And thank you for watching on Instagram. Great to see you here. So were there parts of yourself as a child where you didn't feel supported? And I'd really encourage you to reflect on that and journal um, on that, because this is why we signed up for this life with the people that we grew up with, and to learn from, and to really have self-compassion for ourselves and those around us. So it comes back to your truth, the truth of who you truly are, and trust that, not all the stories and the distractions. So let me know if that makes sense, and what can you do for yourself now, this week? How can you nurture and nourish yourself this week, and just be so loving, so kind, so compassionate? What nurturing and nourishing activities can you do in order for self-care for you? And this is so important, because we live in this artificial world with artificial intelligence. We are, everything seems to be a lot of artificial right now, not just the technology, but even the foods, and our what our environment, from devices, and the 5G, or the additives, or the artificial flavorings, colorings, GMO, hormones, everything that are in our food. So listen to your truth, and listen to your body. And this is where you can take charge of your health and well-being. And this is what I teach in my programs, and also in all my presentations, is to listen to your body on what feels right for you, what feels strong for you. And again, with everything that you put in your mouth, every liquid, every food, just ask your body, is this for my highest good and destiny? And that's pretty much how I do my grocery shopping. I choose by feel. If it feels good, it's like, okay, I'll buy that. But I've always read labels. I've always looked at what are the ingredients, and if there's a whole bunch of numbers and different artificial ingredients that I don't recognize, well, I don't buy it. So this is where you can take charge of your health, your well-being, especially if there's been a lot of health issues and allergies. It's like your body has created and there's resistance. It's like, no, do not feed me that anymore. So always keep listening to your body. Your body is showing you what resonates, what doesn't with your physical body. So there's going to be lots of changes, lots and lots of changes, and stay flexible, stay agile, uh, and just roll with it, okay? Because yeah, embrace all the changes that are happening on our planet as well as within ourselves. Now I'm going to choose a oracle card from the Keepers of the Light. These are all the Ascended Masters, and so again, one of my favorite decks, and I will see which masters want to come out and play with us today in regards to the energy. And I know I speak to a lot of different people on, well, especially burnout, because burnout is what I specialize in, but it's burnout's the end result. The burnout is the symptom. But what I do is I question on what's the root cause, what is causing the burnout, what is causing the sleepless nights, what is causing your energy to be drained, what is causing the exhaustion, what is causing the tiredness or the fatigue or the health issues. And so everything comes back to the choices that we make. And what choices are you making, but also what old behaviors are running and habits that are causing the end result. So it's like reverse engineer and go back to the root cause. And the way I work is always being holistically and intuitively just tuning in. Well, there's much more. We're much more than this physical body, and really trusting the emotional, the mind, trusting the energetics. How does everything feel? Trusting our heart, our soul, and our higher self, and bringing all those aspects together every time we make a decision and a choice in our life. Okay. And just be true to you. Trust your heart, because the truth will set you free. So again, if something doesn't feel right for you, let it go. Let it go and trust. Okay, I'm going to choose a card from the Keepers of Light. This is Kyle Gray, who is one of my favorite decks, and let me know if you would like a card, especially those ones on Instagram. And okay, that one jumped out. So we got Horus, the Cosmic Gateway. So Cosmic Gateway. And the message is that your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Absolutely. The changes that we're all feeling right now, and it may feel very uncomfortable, but just know that it's for our highest good and destiny, and that we will be stronger coming out of this. Remember, we are the phoenix that's rising out of the ashes in order to be the stronger version of us, the new version of us, and releasing the past. So the message for Horus is you are connected to the universe and have the ability to manifest miraculous experiences. Your thoughts, words, and actions are like magnets drawing the energy that creates and cultivates your world. You have a stellar gateway chakra above your head, a vortex of energy that is influenced by your own energy. And you can place ideas into this vortex to create what you are seeking. The universe also offers you guidance, abundance, support, and healing based on your capacity to connect to it and accept it. You have a real opportunity to further that connection now by sending prayers and intentions out into the cosmos. That is so oh, a perfect message for what we're all feeling right now, and putting things in the vortex. That's what Abraham, if you've ever followed Abraham Hicks, Abraham says, put things in your vortex. When you place things in your vortex, you're putting that energy into what you choose to bring into your life. And that's exactly the power that we all have within us. It's like our thoughts, our words, our actions all have an energy vibration. We are placing those thoughts into the vortex, or our intentions into the vortex, in order to attract. And especially since the veil is lifted on the planet, our manifestations are so fast and furious right now. Things are happening so quickly. So that's where the changes are happening so quickly. And because things are happening so quickly, it could feel a bit volatile or tumultuous. It's like, whoa. So that's why I've been saying this for weeks. Pull back your energy, have stillness, have quiet time, connect with nature. Go and connect with the trees or the garden, walk on the grass with bare feet, listen to the nature spirits, listen to the birds. Just have some quiet time for you to reflect and go within, and meditate, because this is the time where we are so super sensitive, and we're being called back to our heart, back to who we truly are, what's truly important for you right now, and listening to your voice within, that your heart, not the ego voice, but your inner guidance. Listen to the channeled voices that are coming in from your higher self, from your higher consciousness, from your masters, from your guides in spirit, and bring those messages through, and trust that. Okay, because this is a time of great awakening, and the shadows are coming to the surface, and they're coming up to be cleared. So we are all being called to look at those shadow aspects of ourselves, to heal our inner child, and trust ourselves, because things are crumbling around us, and we are changing, rapidly changing, as an individual, as a human, in consciousness, and things are coming to the surface. So I'll just wave to these. Oh my God, Basm, hello. Oh, hang on, wave, wave, wave. I think there was a delay there. Thanks for being here, Amy. Oh my God, I haven't seen you for ages. So, great to see you all here. And Lots of friends from the US, and also to let you know, I will be in the US in March. I've moved my travel plans from this year to March next year for the equinox. So I will, that's the plan. And I'll let you know exactly where I'll be. Well, it'll be Southern California and Northern California, and I may be doing a workshop. So let me know if you would be interested in a workshop. Um, there's so many downloads coming through for me right now. And I'm also working on my book as well. So my book is on the Benn method of balance, energy, nurture, and nourish, and it is the solution to overcome and heal burnout, and also the link between burnout and trauma and past trauma. So and there's going to be lots of teaching points in the book, as well as sharing some of my personal stories that I've gone through and experienced and healed from, as well as client stories as well. So I'm excited to continue to work on that, and I'll let you know that will be ready. Yeah, definitely next year, but the earlier part of next year. So that's my goal, to have it finished by March. Okay, you can all hold me accountable to that now that I've actually spoken that out and put it out there. So yeah, watch out for my grand when it's published, and the big launch on when that will be. I'm going to choose another card from the Keepers of the Light, and because with the major awakening that we're feeling right now, a lot of people that I get messages from, that I've physically spoken to, they're really feeling or struggling with the energies at the moment. And okay, that one flipped out. And there's also a lot of souls that are leaving. I know of two people just last week, one of my clients, and also someone who is very well known here or all around the world, so young, also doing personal development work, and he's just crossed over. So, deep breath. This is the card. It's White Eagle, and it's ancestor spirit. And the message that I just got right now is like we're all being called like home. So the souls that are passing over, or going home, they're going home. And but this card actually goes back to what I was talking about before with the family wounds, and why we came here in order to heal these family lineage, the family wounds, to heal those parts which we have shut down, those blind spots, those hidden aspects, those shadow areas. This is what we came here in order to heal. So this White Eagle is asking us to connect to your lineage, and also to heal the family wound, which is exactly what, yeah, we're doing right now. Okay, because okay, I'll read the message, and then so take some time to honor just how far you have come. Recognizing through ceremony and ritual the shifts in your awareness, healing, and journey really allows you to move into a state of grace and gratitude. You have all have recently had an opportunity to heal an old family wound or pattern. It's important to connect with your family in spirit so that you can set a new energy of love in place. White Eagle is bringing your ancestors through to you and allowing you to know that they are happy and well. He is sounding his sacred drums to clear your spirit. That's just a beautiful, beautiful message. Connecting with our families in spirit and the ones that have passed over, and know that they've just changed form. They've gone from physical into the spiritual realms, and even for us in this physical realm, we are multidimensional beings. So there's still part of us that is in the other dimensions and galaxies. So we're not just limited to this physical realm. Okay, your soul is so much bigger, so much bigger. Okay, so I'm going to choose a card from the Good Tarot. This is Colette Baron Reed, and these are some of my favorite cards as well. And it's interesting that last card, healing the family wounds. Well, I had a family gathering yesterday, and it was healing one of the family wounds in my family. So that is very relevant. Maybe that card, if that doesn't resonate with you, maybe that card was just for me. So let me know in the comments if that resonates, if you are healing family wounds right now. And, because it's all about realigning and realigning to yourself, but also feeling into and revealing your truths, revealing the truths of who you are, what's coming up for you, and just being true to yourself and opening your heart with love and compassion. Okay. And if you are going through a really challenging time right now, just sending lots of healing energy. I've been doing healing work and energy work and coaching for about 3 decades. And it's a layer by layer. So if you are struggling and you'd like to have a chat, reach out. Let's have a Zoom call or even a quick phone call, and I'll share some tips on what you can do. Okay, so I am going to choose a card from the Good Tarot. So we'll just see what comes through. A message for everybody. This is for everybody that listens to the replay, listens to this in the future. A message. Okay, Spirit. Okay, we have the Ace of Water. Oh my God, water is so important right now. And our water in the future. I mean, just look at all I'll just let Jasmine in. Look at all the flooding that's going on around the world, right? Because Mother Earth is cleansing with water. So the Ace of Water is all about unconditional love, overflowing abundance, the fertility of love. And the message is, I am filled with love from spirit, and joyously let it flow out to others, where it fertilizes the seeds of co-creation. Love gives me hope, shining brilliant light on all the possibilities available to me. I am optimistic about bringing dreams into being. And spirit always informs me and guides me, allowing me to illumine the darkness of places. So that is for everybody, that message. It's like we are all unconditional love, and we have so much abundance and the fertility of everything that we are co-creating with source energy, because we are co-creators. We came here to create and co-create with spirit. So and you are an unlimited being. You can create anything. If you can think it, you can conceive it. And that is something I learned way back when I was 17. If you can think it, mate. Who said that? Because I read a lot of different, Think and Grow Rich and on all the different books. But yeah, that was one of the trainings when I was doing my personal development training back when I was 17. And if you can think something, you can conceive it. And back then, what I used to do is keep a scrapbook and cut out pictures of all the things that I wanted to bring into my life. And because at 17, you got nothing. So it was a lot of house stuff, well, I want that electrical appliance, or I want, all the bits and pieces, for my home. And I am proud to say I achieved and attracted all of that, plus the travel, because after creating all the material things like electrical appliances or furniture or whatever I needed for my home, I then went traveling for a 3-year walkabout around the world at the age of 21. So again, it's like if you think about everything that you want to bring into your life, and this is where writing down the goals, and we'll go more into this for the new moon on the 1st of November. That's coming up next week. And no, the week after. Well, yeah, next week. And that's another powerful energy as well. So, but in this week, I just encourage you all just to take time out to self-reflect, to go within and take time for stillness. Okay, because there's a lot coming to the surface, and just feel into the choices that you are making. Okay. And Jasmine, since you are joining me on Zoom, would you like a card before we finish up? We did, yes, please. Okay. I thought I was going to be much later today, which is why I sent out the message to start at 1, but I got home earlier than anticipated. So I was thinking of the people in the US, especially New York time, where it's very late at night for you. Okay, I am going to make three piles, Jasmine. If you can pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Just put it in 2. Okay. So we have the Hangman. Interesting. So this is one of the major arcana cards, and it's all about surrender. And so it's especially in life, sometimes, it's about surrender. If we've been pushing, it's like let go and surrender. And sometimes we need to make sacrifices. That's what the Hangman is all about. But just know that even when there's delays, or when we have to just pull back our energy and just have patience, trust and have patience. So the message is so surrender. Sacrifice and surrender are necessary at times like this. Nothing in life is free, nor does everything happen according to my timetable. When this card appears, I'm reminded that a delay is in my best interest, that until all the elements are in place, I'm meant to surrender to the greater will for the highest good of all. Time for me to let go of my attachments to how I thought things had to be. I am called to surrender and wait to see how things play out. That is a fantastic message for I remember the burnt toast there. Yes. A great reminder to refocus my energy. Absolutely. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Um, and that's a beautiful message for us all, especially with all the changes at the moment. And there's and when there's delays, especially if you are traveling at this time, for the rest of this year, expect that there may be delays, there may be disruptions, things may not go the way that to our schedules or our timetable. So this is where it's important for us just to have patience and just know that we are being guided, we're exactly where we need to be, and everything will unfold in God's time, not necessarily in our time. Okay, so trust that. Um, so, on that note, I wish you a magical week full of miracles, much love, many blessings. That go out and create those magical moments. And I will be back next week at 12 p.m. Brisbane, Australia time. And thank you for joining me today. It's always a pleasure. Also, I invite you to the masterclass on Friday at 8 a.m. Brisbane, Australia time. This is going from burnout to unstoppable joy. So, burnout to bliss and beyond, which is all about unstoppable joy. I'm changing my taglines, I'm changing my marketing message. So, this is again all the changes that are happening for my business, my direction, and where I'm guided in order to be of service to humanity through this great awakening, for this great ascension, and for all the changes on the planet. So if you'd like to join me on Friday at 8 o'clock, please register via the link, and I look forward to seeing you. I'll put it in the comments below, and that's every Friday at 8 o'clock. And I look forward to seeing you then. Until then, much love, many blessings, and have a magical week. Bye, everyone.